Solo Leveling is the newest hype show of the season, with an immense fan base that came over from its original version, which was the manhwa version, myself included. Even made a video on it. Now, manhwa adaptations in general haven't been that good. I mean, they haven't been terrible, but they also haven't been anything amazing. So I think nobody expected Solo Leveling to be like this S tier of an anime. And you know what? When the first couple of episodes came out, people were absolutely true. The show was good. Like, the animation was serviceable. I was personally very pleasantly surprised with the amount of gore and just like sheer brutality that the anime decided to go with. At the end of the day, it wasn't anything too special until we came to episode 6. I mean, that comes down to the original manhwa version. Like, the original manhwa is just a blatant power fantasy. Nothing too spectacular happens. There aren't any like too deep of a characters. Like, basically the only character that's like 100% needed for like 80% of the runtime is the main guy. It's Sun Jin-woo, and there are some other cool characters, but they're pretty much useless. I mean, they have amazing moments, but you know, the story is just him becoming the most overpowered guy in his verse. And the manga was carried by this amazing artwork, so the only way this anime was going to succeed was if it had some bonkers like S++ tiers of animation. And it did have good animation. It had like, when you look at it, it was like amazingly animated, it choreographed, directed, voice acting was all good, but there wasn't that little, you know, special. You know, there wasn't any of that Jujutsu Kaisen sauce, if you know what I mean. And those are my thoughts. So for me, it was like a 7 out of 10 show. I'm not gonna go any lower, but with episode 6, it quickly climbed up a whole nother rank. Easily 8 out of 10 show. When episode 6 dropped, you know what? Just because of episode 6, I think people should give this show a watch. Even if they watch the manga, because they made this like completely like, I can't say irrelevant event, because the stuff that happens in episode 6 is, I actually am going to spoil it just a little bit, because I mean, Solo Leveling, if you spoil it, it doesn't ruin the show. It's in episode 6, Sun Jin-woo, the main character, is finally like forced to kill another human being or human beings, and I don't even remember that moment in manhwa all too well. I kind of vaguely remembered it, but in the anime they like did it justice. Like, first of all, the animation, like in general, is amazing, but in this specific moment it was so freaking good. And just the music that accompanies the scene where like Sun Jin-woo just kind of kills his humanity for a moment, just starts killing all these other people. Mala magnificanto. And that just like made me think about the adaptation of episode 1, 2 and all of that, like, cause originally the first episode was originally the first chapter of the manga was extremely terrifying, with some terrifying artwork, and honestly, they also kind of did it justice in here. Like, they didn't terrify you as a watcher, but they kind of like make you feel like that the main character is in this godly presence that he has no way of escaping. Like, all in all, love the show, seriously do recommend it, and yeah, go check it out, it's actually pretty great.